Hey there, boys and girls, friends, families, fans, neighbors. I got some more inspiration today. Something that I want to talk about was, because I'm changing this fitting here, was air tools. I see the YouTube webs, whatever you call it, the YouTube spectrum is just pounded with stuff about battery powered tools and DeWalt versus Milwaukee versus uh, who's the other one? DeWalt, Milwaukee. What's the other battery tools?
Nikita.
Makita. There you go. You got blue, red, and yellow. So that's the big battle royale all the time. Who's better? Who's more junk? Blah, 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 blah. But what we seem to forget is the good old pneumatic tool. I've got a collection of pneumatic tools that goes way back, and I have lots of different tools. I have 3/8 impacts, I have half-inch impacts, I got a half-inch drill, I got a 3/8 drill, I have angle die grinders, I have straight die grinders, I have angled on a 45-degree die grinder. I have air chisels, I have light duty and cheap, and I have heavy duty and expensive. Like this bad boy right there. Now, I'm going to say something that kind of blew my mind. It was Watch Wes work. I was watching him, and because he's an he's an all kinds of mechanic, but he's doing automotive right now. I took a lot of inspiration and a lot of stuff that I see that he's doing, and I've got a newfound love for that pneumatic hammer, chisel, whatever you want to call it. It's just rust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some rust. These tools have been laying around a long time,
That's
folks.
that's the problem. They were in the barn.
They were in the barn, and also this air tool has been around, I think, since the racing days, and we're 10 years since we first turned a lap in the 23.
Well, I've got a drill that's older than you, Jake. I just can't find it.
A
It's
lot
in
of
one
these
of the drawers.
tools have. We used to use them on the weekly because back when we were racing, the batteries weren't there yet.
No, they were there, but they weren't
weren't
there.
So we would use them for mundane tasks like
18 volts, drilling
on the
holes.
impact and stuff like that, and drilling holes for pop rivets. But we still did rely a lot on pneumatic tools to do.
And most of the stuff that we stripped apart for car parts, because we raced on stock car parts, were from bad, rusted out cars.
So we used the air hammer.
We used all the air equipment there, and that's when don't shine batteries. But getting to what I was thinking about was I was changing the fitting here, because basically there was two sizes of fitting, and I can't remember the name of them. One's M. Oh, I can't remember, and they don't mark them. Is that marked? Is that marked, you guys? I can't tell. I don't know. So you can see the size difference in the pipe. This is the average normal size. So this is what you're going to get on Amazon. You'll get it at Harbor Freight. You'll get that at Princess Auto. It's the norm of norms. And you know what? For the diameter, I used to run all this big stuff exclusively. But that comes at a price. It's heavier. It makes the fittings bigger. It makes the fittings longer. It just makes everything kind of overly bulky when you don't need it to be. So yeah, I switched over to this because most of like in the automotive industry, most of the line tools and everything was this size. So I just, I got used to using it. From heavy industrial, I went to automotive, and then we went from this, right, to this little stuff. I mean, that almost fits inside. And there's a Japanese one that's the best of the best, but I don't have it. It was developed in Japan. I don't know if I have an example. Hold on, I'll stand by. This is what we had in the home shop. This is Japanese. I got this from a Japanese subsidiary of Toyota. They went out of business, and well, they didn't go out of business. They shut it down. It was a Solera development plant. It was owned by, or it was done by ASC. And I bought all this stuff. I mean, look at the size of the pipe. It's comparable with the big stuff, but it's maybe a slightly bit bigger, but it's very machined, very light. This is a gimbal. So they knew what they were doing. They did a good job. So I do have some of this, but I don't have enough nipples to do the whole job, and I haven't been able. I'm going to maybe do some research, go back on the web and try and find them. Now, the next thing to talk about is good old Teflon tape. Yeah, this is yellow, so it's gas rated. It's a bit thicker than the cheapo stuff that you get in plumbing, because you can see that this is CGA right there. That's the approval, the ULC. So this is approved for natural gas, propane. This is the stuff that I go to. This is ULCSA. I don't know if this is CGA approved, this particular formula. I can't remember now. The gas fitter guys, any of you guys are pipe fitters in Canada, you'd know. It might be. I can't read it. That print's so tiny. But anyway, my go-to has always been Teflon tape. Or sorry, I almost screwed up there. Not Teflon tape. All right, background noise, air compressor. Here's how we lubricate the air tools. So you see I'm just pounding this thing with oil. This one was actually kind of stuck. It wasn't running real good. There was probably 2 or 3 veins that were sticking. So here, I'm going to prove my point. Get into focus. I don't care how much oil you put in. Push the button, let her drink. I don't really care. Give her all the oil she wants. Right? Because you got to flush them out. The veins get stuck. They get corrosion in there. This thing was, I don't know, it's been kicking around for a while. Hold on 1 second here. Let me get this airline connected. Here we go. And watch, we'll see. There we go. You guys see that? The motor's totally flushed. There you go. Lube and air tools. And like I said, put as much in as you want, blow it out. It'll keep them running like forever. So I just thought I'd throw that in there. I'd lubricate it. 020 air tool oil. All kinds of different companies make air tool oil. If you're that hard up for air tool oil. I mean, go into your cupboard. What do you got? What do you got kicking in there? I got power steering fluid. Will that work? Absolutely. I got a little bottle of power steering fluid. I can run that through my air tools. Doesn't matter. ATF, beautiful. Motor oil, whatever you got. Keep them oiled, keep them happy, keep them running. That's the name of the game. Yeah, not Teflon tape. Where are we at to now? So, my go-to is thread sealant. This will be a Teflon-based pipe sealant. Yeah, so getting back to it, the other problem that we have is the requirement of lubrication for our power tools, pneumatic power tools. And I'm going to tell you something right here. We'll take this one for instance. This is an Ingersoll-Rand die grinder. I bought this over 30 years ago. It was the second air tool I bought after that drill. I got to find that drill sometime. If you look closely, it'll say Japan on there. When's the last time you seen something that was a tool, like with IR on it, Campbell Haasfeld, any of that stuff? When's the last time you seen one that was made in Japan? This is 30 years old. At least. Before that. It was a couple years before Jake was born that I've had this thing. And it just keeps going and going and going. But the big thing of it is I take care of it. I lubricate it. So let's talk about lubrication. Right there. Air tool oil. I don't care about this part here. It makes no difference. Is good. This is 0. Well, we look at this, right? That's really runny. This is somewhat thicker. That's 0W20 motor oil. That's air tool oil. The other thing to use was ATF. ATF is great in air tools. Why that is it has a high level detergency in it, and it will actually clean these. Inside here is a motor that runs on vanes. The motor spins on vanes as air blows through it. Any of the rotary tools will be a vane motor. Here's a UP, which was universal power. This is another die grinder. I don't know what country this one was made. I don't know that it's that important, but this is an angle die grinder. I've had it for quite a while. She says U.S. patent. That don't mean nothing. The Sun Hydraulics was Sun Pneumatics, I think. I can't remember what it was. They were a big air tool deal back in the day. Anyway, I'm rambling. So you could use ATF, power steering fluid, motor oil, light motor oil the better, actual air tool oil, 3-in-1, what else? I don't know. Hydraulic oil, AW32, all those are fine to run your air tools. The biggest thing that's the deterrent with air tools is water. Water destroys them, and where does the water come from? I'll tell you right now where it comes from, and I don't care what color you buy or what brand or what type. That bad boy right there, that's your water maker. So it makes water. The water gets into your tools and the water corrodes it. Most of the tools they'll tolerate a small amount of water, small moisture in the air, but you need to finish off with oiling them, sorry. And if you see here, most of them are marked oil daily. So I don't care what you put in there. I don't care how much you put in there. Put a lot. A lot is better than a little. Flush them out every time you're done using them, and they will last. That's how you get this kind of life, is because of this. This equates life. I paid $79 for this die grinder. Back in I believe it was 88 or 89. If you have any idea what I was making $12 an hour as a mechanic, what $79 was worth in today's money. This is my point. Take care of your tools. Your tools will take care of you. They'll make you money. And that's the name of the game, right? We're all here to make money. So remember, I don't care what you put in there. Make it oily. Keep your tools oiled. Keep your air tanks drained on your compressors. And you're going to go a long way. So that's the caveat with pneumatic power tools, is a required maintenance. They're not that guy there. It's a whole different world. The versatility is amazing, what you can do with air tools. But just keep them oiled. Here's a brad nailer. Keep it oiled, and they'll run forever. Framing guns, brad nailers, staple guns, all that stuff. Again, keep your tools oiled. And yeah, so like I said, that's the deal. I'm old school guy, right? Old school. That's a young school guy. Those guys are more battery power. We're all pneumatic. That's the name of the game.
But I like pneumatic too. It's some things like this isn't going to be. This is a better pneumatic than it is electric. I don't know if they make a battery powered hammer or chisel yet.
I don't know.
But these tools are invaluable.
So there you go. There's the lesson for the day. I got inspired. I had to make a video
On air tools.
on air tools because we love them. We got lots of them, and hopefully you guys are all you're enjoying the channel, enjoying the content. I'm trying to diversify. YouTube likes diversification of content. It's a big catchphrase now these days, so I'm just trying to keep it different, keep it light, keep it happening. We got a project coming. We got some Honda motors to look at, so that'll be soon. Yeah, anyway, take care. God bless. Thanks. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. We need the subscription rate to go up. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back, and we'll see you soon. Bye now.